Hello everyone and welcome to the greatest vlog that ever lived. I am King and prepare your butts. Again, nothing interesting ever happens on the weekdays, so let's skip right to Friday night. Friday night, Impulse and Toast Fairy both showed up. Impulse being my best friend from Ontario and Toast Fairy being my girlfriend. So they showed up on Friday night, and Impulse's sister is in Montreal, so she came over to my place and we all had drinks around the apartment. And they got here kind of late, so that's pretty much all we did. It was good times though. Saturday. It was Saturday? Yes, Saturday. We decided to go rock climbing. Sort of. It's still rock climbing, but we didn't do the belaying one with the ropes. We did bouldering wall, which is shorter walls with big mats on the ground, so you don't need any ropes. You can just climb wherever you want, and if you need to fall off, you just fall onto the mats, and it's fine. And it's so much better than normal rock climbing. It's more difficult because you don't have the rope pulling you upwards, but because it's freeform and there's no like set paths well, there are set paths. Whatever. It's harder because it's all you, but it's tons of fun. Toast Fairy does it all the time back in Ontario, so she's pretty much a pro. The only reason she suggested the whole thing was that she could take us out there and show us up. Later that day, we went to Old Montreal again to get these famous big drinks that I'm always talking about. And me and Toast Fairy split one, and Impulse had one on his own, which is very funny. Because we were in a bit of a rush because I made secret date plans with Toast Fairy that I wasn't telling her about, but we had to be at a certain place by a certain time, so we were rushing it a bit, and so Impulse was, and I quote, he kept calling it a ridiculous amount of alcohol. Was it ridiculous? As he would say, it was out of hand. So that was good times, and in hindsight, maybe the big drinks before the date wasn't the best idea. We were still okay, but I'll get into that. I wanted to do this because neither of them had had these drinks before, and I wish we could have had more time there because it was tons of fun. So after that, I took Toast Fairy over to our secret date plans, which turned out to be a romantic dinner cruise that I planned because I'm a good boyfriend. So yeah, it was a 5-course meal, and it was we had a great time. It was 4 hours long, and it goes not all the way up, but it went up the St. Lawrence and then back. We had a great time. It started off, you get on, we ordered a bottle of wine, and then it's basically 5 courses one after the other, and then there's dancing out on the front deck. And Toast Fairy was kind of cold, so we didn't actually end up going down to the dance floor and dancing, but we still stood outside and, looked at the scenery, and it was very nice, listened to the music. We had a great time, and I'm glad I thought of it, because it was good stuff. Impulse, he didn't come along, so he was going to either maybe go see a movie or hang out with his sister, but because of the ridiculous amount of alcohol he had in the big drink, he went back to my place, had a few more beers, and just ended up, he passed out for I think an hour until we got back, and then we had a couple more drinks and hung out. But the reason I said the big drinks weren't the best idea was because we had the big drinks at 5 o'clock, and we were out until 11, plus the bottle of wine, so we had a good level of alcoholization going on for most of the night. And so by the time we got off, even on the cruise itself near the end, we were dead. We wanted to sleep. We were so tired, which is probably another reason why we didn't end up dancing. But so instead of going out to a bar after the cruise, which we were planning on doing, we went straight back. We had the drinks, and then we probably were in bed by 12, which is still pretty late considering how tired we were. But we hung out a bit more. So yeah, that was good times. The next day, Sunday. What do you want? Oh God. You done? This brings me into what I was gonna say later. My phone is slowly dying. It's going insane. I don't know why. it's pissing me off. The lock button on top is, I don't know, it's jammed or something. I have to push really hard to lock it. What you heard just there is I have a Twitch app, which is live streaming stuff, and instead of letting me know when people are streaming, it's just every few hours just like goes, and it's telling me about stuff that happened days ago, and I know it's happened. Okay, phone. I'm gonna have to take it into. The Apple Store, I think. But it's not just that. I can't record videos on there anymore because the sound just doesn't go at all. And randomly the other day, without me switching it to vibrate, it just switched itself to vibrate, and then I had to turn it off and back on to get it back. My phone's just messed up. It's making me mad. I'm gonna have to take it into the store. And that's all for this week. Yeah, everything really happened on the weekend. But it was good times. So I'm only going to be doing one more vlog here in Montreal. Yeah, time flies, eh? So, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. The video I'm going to link you guys to this week is a more personal video, not just something I found entertaining. Contrast, the game I'm working on at Compulsion Games, today released a new trailer. So I'm going to link that. And go check that out. It's very cool. It's the first time I saw it today as well. I thought it was very cool. It reminded me a lot of the stuff Valve does. It had very good camera work, and the quality was really good as well. I definitely recommend checking that out. And Jesus, thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week for my last vlog in Montreal. Have a good week. Bye.